I hate the public school system. Now, I've been out of high school for some time now. I'd probably say about almost 4 years. And I always like to play this persona of the funny guy that always likes to make people laugh, and I don't really know much, and I'm stupid, and so on and so forth. But behind the scenes, I always got good grades. I'm talking when everyone was reading their report cards, they'd be like, oh, I got an A, D, blah, blah, blah. I would start saying, yeah, I got C's, D's, B's, and they'd be like, bro, you need to start studying. Little did they know I'm getting almost damn near straight A's. And mostly all of that is because I didn't want to be seen as the smart kid that couldn't fit into the group. Almost like the fat kid theory, that if you are a fat kid, which I was, and you make all the fat jokes, nobody else can make the fat jokes because you've made all of them. Now, after junior year, my school shut down and I had to move back to a public school system, which was perfectly fine because 6 years of my life I had started off in public school, and then when I came back, it was with all friends that I knew from elementary school. But there was this one teacher that hated me. For what? I couldn't tell you at first, but then it got to the point where this guy just hated me just to hate me. And I'm the type of person that gives the energy that I am receiving. So, of course, I gave that energy right back. And him being in authority of power didn't help. There was this one specific time, around maybe October, so maybe Halloween-ish. It was English class, and you know how they get real philosophical and so on and so forth. He made us watch Frankenstein. And in order to make Frankenstein being able to watch a movie in class, he made us write an essay and choose between prompts. There was a list of prompts, I don't remember what they all were, and I ended up choosing how monsters can be in society. Now, I found this in a bin while I was cleaning up my room because I got a new bed and all the bins are underneath my room because my room's pretty small. I'm not sure how long this is going to be, but this paper is the reason I feel like the public school system has failed every single one of us. And the grade that I got on this, I will talk about afterwards. It starts off: the compacted or enclosed society that makes us or breaks us is the beginning to having a serious impact on society in its totality. Take technology, for example, specifically the cell phone that's either in your pocket, on your desk, or might possibly in your hand. Have nothing to do? Pull out your phone. Why not? Doing nothing that interests you? Pull out your phone. Why not? At a family gathering? Pull out your phone. Why not? You see, the very technology that was meant to connect us has done the exact opposing opposite. It has disconnected us. While it claims to create a socially impactful networking system, it has created socially awkward people, not done unto themselves, but caused by the standards set by society. As a people, it is our job, our duty, to do something about these things, to make something out of what seems like nothing. This inhumane way of connection is making us disconnected, creating the monsters of society. Social disconnection is becoming more and more of a problem as we become more and more independent. It is becoming apparent that the need for self-help is rapidly increasing. These barriers or mental blockages and incapable social skills create a society that is becoming fundamentally independent. Without the need of learning social, dating, or human-based skills due to apps like Tinder, Bumble, etc., people become more and more socially outcasted and live in a world that is all in their own bubble. But here's the question: is it their fault? Take the last 150 years, for example. Within the last 150 years, technology starting from telegraph to a touch-enabled device, cars starting from wagons and horses to self-automated vehicles. Yet schools have yet to be changed. Within the last 150 years, the idea of schooling has been an instructor sitting or standing in front of kids in straight rows, don't talk unless you raise your hand. All these constructs on top of society possibly make an individual feel lost. Albert Einstein's theory on this, in lack of better words, states this: by constricting the creativity of one's intellectual capabilities, stops them from progressing the world forward, forcing them to push back. As Albert Einstein also stated, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. By not appointing this, you are not only stopping students and people from creativity, but you are stripping them of their basic human needs. The effects on social constructs are ever evolving by the day. There are currently 3.8 million Google searches per minute, 228 million per hour, and 5.6 billion searches per day. Independency is growing at a rapid rate. Humanity feels like it is ceasing. So with independency comes the belief that people are above one another simply due to the belief that one is superior. So personally, I want to bring back the human in humanity. After all, we are the same with different circumstances and stories. We're all the same if we dismantle the thought that with race comes superiority. We're all the same if we conclude the thought of the hierarchy being social status. We're all the same if you help the person to our immediate left. If we remove the human from humanity, we will truly create the monsters of society. The teacher that I was talking about before graded this paper, not this exact one, and gave it a C. He said that it was too talkative and too performative for what I couldn't tell you. Every other class I had gotten A's, and then in this one I had gotten a D. And so I got to read some other people's exact ones, and it was simple things like, this movie was great because XYZ. For me, it wasn't good enough, although I had put what he wanted and more. Never lower your standards to the thought of somebody else's expectations. What do I mean by that? If your expectations, dreams, aspirations, and goals are here, you want to live in some type of social fantasy in your own head that makes you think that everyone is viewing you in a specific way, and you want to lower your standards to here. You've sold yourself. You're no longer you. You've dumbed yourself down into this miniature version of what you could be. And that was my mistake in high school. Instead of trying to be me, I folded into something that everybody wanted me to be. And now I'm finally doing what I want to do and what makes me happy. Hopefully you guys stayed to watch this whole video. It's pretty long, but this is only the beginning. I hope it only grows from here. It's only up. And just to see where I am in 10 years, I'm going to put this on this video. I want to open a school, non-profit, maybe. No, non-profit. Where the one specifically that shut down, that was for arts, technology. The school that taught me everything that I know and do now, the editing, photography, filming, cinematography, the acting, all that. I'm going to reopen a school just like that, so that kids have the equal opportunity that I did to be innately and uniquely themselves, because it took too long for me to realize that. 10 years from now, Mahala, hopefully you did it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, or day, or evening. I don't know. Bye, guys.